Beeson Hour. Good morning, Court.
Good morning, Tom. How are you doing?
I'm doing fine. You're looking great.
Yeah, nice to see you. Got you alone today. No, Hippo has left us.
Hippo is on his way to Fort Myers to do. He says he's going down there for some medical things.
I'm a little bit suspicious. I think all that talk about Budweiser this morning, I think he might be at the 19th hole, personally.
He probably could.
Yeah.
And the other thing is, I didn't check his car, but he may have his golf bags in the back.
What a shock that
Yeah,
would be.
really. So anyway.
Well, it's good to see you. Good to be back. And
good.
We're
I'm
looking
glad
forward
to be back on the radio.
Another edition of what we're going to call this Law Talk.
Yeah, Law Talk.
Law Talk.
Yeah, okay,
We've got Car Talk. We'll have Law Talk.
Absolutely.
Frolich, Gordon, and Beeson. And you were asking me a question that a friend of yours had about flying his flag at and we won't go into the name of the condominium development of the association, but why don't you go ahead and pose that question to me?
Well, one of the questions, the question that came up was, do these condo associations write in their bylaws that you are not allowed to fly specifically the American flag? Now, a flag, a POW flag, or a flag of another country, or if you're from Canada, or if you're from Cuba or wherever, and you want to fly your flag on your property, what are the ramifications there?
Well, the Condominium Association, and we've seen this before. There's been some controversy here in Southwest Florida about people flying flags, and I think it was, I can't remember exactly what it was. I think it was a Canadian flag, but I can't remember.
Right.
But the bottom line is that the condo documents will control in that situation, and so you need, before you sign on and sign in, so to speak, and move into a deed restricted community or a community that's subject to the bylaws and the declarations of a condominium association, you need to read them to see what the restrictions are on the use of your property, because you do agree to certain restrictions on the use of your property, and there's nothing to prevent a condominium association from including in those restrictions a prohibition against your individually flying the American flag in front of your mobile home, in front of your condo, or whatever the case may be. And so those documents, Tom, are going to govern, and I think a lot of people don't read the fine print, really don't pay attention to that. Put up the flagpole, and all of a sudden the Property Owners Association is after them. But they're going to be governed by those documents, because when they moved into the community, they agreed to be governed by those documents. I lived in when my house was torn up, I lived in a deed restricted community for a year, and I found out very quickly for the first time in my life. I was on double secret probation the entire time. We did everything wrong.
Let's take your call, Court. Good morning, you're on with Court.